Tonight on Sideline.
Round 2 of the Alabama high school playoffs features a few heavyweight matchups, and the main event is right here in Mobile. Auburn versus McGill-Tulane. Jason Smith and Reuben Foster will be teammates next year at Auburn. Tonight, the friendship will have to wait as a trip to the 6A quarterfinals is on the line. And Auburn's quarterback of the future could be Jeremy Johnson. He led Carver into battle tonight against the Fairhope Pirates. The Toros may have the talent to win another 5A title. Spanish Fort showing its stuff tonight against Demopolis. The best continue the quest to end the season #1. And we'll tell you whose seasons are still alive coming up next on Sideline.
You've got the best seat in the house. All the scores from all the big games. It's all coming up right now on Sideline. Sponsored by Palmer's Toyota Superstore. Now, here's Randy Patrick.
Wow, what a night. Second round playoff action is just about complete. One game just ended just about 2 minutes ago, and that was out at the Lip where McGill-Tulane was battling the Auburn Tigers, and that game went to overtime to decide the winner of that one. We're covering our teams in Mobile, Baldwin County, up in Birmingham and Montgomery, and let's get to the highlights starting at the Lip as the Auburn Tigers come to town, ranked #4 in the state in 6A with just one loss, with a 10-1 record, taking on our McGill-Tulane Yellow Jackets, a perfect 11-0 and ranked #2. One of the reasons why this guy, #7, Jason Smith, an Auburn recruit, finding Christopher Knowles. It's a perfect pitch and catch, and the Yellow Jackets fire up the crowd and lead 7-0 in the first quarter. That's Cameron Looper on the keeper. He is the son of Auburn assistant coach Curtis Looper, and look at him go all the way down deep into McGill-Tulane territory, and that would set up an Auburn recruit. By the way, Looper is a Texas A&M recruit, and here's Auburn's recruit Reuben Foster, who plays linebacker and some running back. He's into the end zone for a 7-7 score. How about an 80-yard touchdown run here from Jason Smith? That's what you're going to see. The game goes to overtime. McGill-Tulane led 28-21. Auburn scored a touchdown, went for 2, and they converted the 2-point conversion and break McGill-Tulane's hearts tonight. 29-28. The Auburn Tigers move on to the quarterfinals of the 6A playoffs. McGill-Tulane season ends tonight with a record of 11-1. Carver of Montgomery coming south to take on the Fairhope Pirates. Jeremy Johnson leads the offense for Carver. He's an Auburn recruit. And here's Andrew Thomas in the shotgun throwing to Jacob Fuqua for Fairhope. A little trickery there, and it's a 6-0 score for the Pirates. Carver coming back. Jeremy Johnson aired it out, and it's going to be intercepted by the Pirates. Rushing Watson there with a nice play, and that's going to put Nate Andrews on the field. He is dangerous when he has the football. He's into the end zone for the quarterback keeper. 13-0 Fairhope, but Carver came back in this one. And Carver, ranked #3 in the state, gets the victory. 20-16, your final score as Carver moves on to the quarterfinals, disappointing the Fairhope Pirates tonight at Municipal Stadium on the Eastern Shore. Let's take a road trip to Spain Park tonight. The Foley Lions, Mason Taylor's quick pass to Alante Adams, and here he goes with a reception. Big number 83 down the sideline. They're not going to get him. Great touchdown strike there, 55-yarder for the Foley Lions. Foley with an outstanding running back in Cedric Reed. Check him out. Talk about a great run. He turns, looks, and here he goes. Cedric Reed's in for the touchdown, but Spain Park would be tough on their home field tonight as they strike through the air, and Spain Park ends Foley's season tonight. Foley ends the year at 8-4 as they fall tonight 39-21. Spain Park moves on. They're ranked #10 in the state at 10-2. And the game up in Opelika between Daphne and Opelika goes Opelika's way tonight, 24-17. We might get some highlights in before we run out of time, but Daphne coming up short tonight. Disappointing note tonight for the Trojans, who've had some obstacles to overcome, including Coach J.C. Todd's wreck back in August, and of course head coach Glenn Vickery taking a leave of absence a couple of weeks ago. He is hospitalized this week in UAB. And Daphne, unfortunately, couldn't get it tonight on the road. The victory, and the season is over for the Trojans. Demopolis in town tonight, taking on Spanish Fort on the Hill at Toros Stadium. And the Toros all fired up with the fireworks. Demopolis will strike first, though, to quieten the crowd a little bit. Number 11 fakes the handoff and keeps it up the middle for the score. And the Toros down 7-0 early. Then Joel Poe will go to work. 63-yard strike for the Toros. And the game is tied at 7 apiece. Poe down the sideline with a beautiful diving catch by one of his favorite wideouts. Samuel Torbert with the catch. He gives up the body and, yeah, struts his stuff. And it's a 13-7 lead as Tolbert gets into the end zone, and the Toros offense in business. Spanish Fort's next drive. Tolbert with a handoff and a little bit different route to the end zone, and that's where it all counts to get your cash or your 6 points. 21-7 Toros, and it's the Sammy Tolbert show tonight and Spanish Fort as the Toros move on 38-14, and they'll be advancing now to take on Benjamin Russell in the 3rd round of the playoffs. St. Paul's at Greenville tonight. Quickly, we don't have a lot of highlights from this one, but we have good news for Saints fans as they travel on the road to Demopolis, or I should say to Greenville tonight, and get the win. 38-0, your final score in favor of St. Paul's. The Saints move on to the quarterfinals at 10-2, and they're looking good. Ranked number 7 in the state in Class 5A. Viger on the road tonight up in the Birmingham area. There's that favorite Viger fan taking his bell on the road, and Briarwood Christian always tough, even though they come in with a losing record into the playoffs, or into the 2nd round. They come in at 5-6. Viger at 8-3, fired up tonight, hoping they could repeat that run from last year where they went all the way to the championship game before falling in the title game. But guess what? They're not going to make it deep into the playoffs this year because Briarwood Christian takes that home field advantage and uses it as a big advantage, and they get the win 14-13, your final score. Briarwood beating the Viger Wolves, whose season comes to an end on the road.
It's time for Sideline's Lucky Dog of the Week, sponsored by Aaron's.
And our Lucky Dog mascot of the week, our Bayside Admiral. And the Admirals in action tonight, and we'll tell you how they did a little bit later in the show. All right, lots of smiles tonight on the UMS Wright campus as the Bulldogs looking to win another state championship. They've got a team that maybe could get all the way. And let's head right back out to UMS Wright and see how the Bulldogs did tonight against Dadeville, a team coming in ranked number 6 in the state in 4A with a 10-1 record. The Bulldogs at 9-2, ranked number 8. And it's Gunnar Roach to Michael Jones for the touchdown on the slant pass, 7-0, just like that. And the crowd goes wild. Well, almost wild. Dadeville coming right back. That's Christopher Tolbert with the touchdown run. Terry Curtis a little concerned because his team, too many turnovers in the first half, 2 fumbles and an interception, and that meant that they went into the locker room trailing at the half. This kick here, the field goal, will make it 17-7 in favor of the visitors. And then UMS Wright would get a 2nd quarter touchdown on a Gunnar Roach keeper to make it 17-14. The game was tied 24-all in the 4th quarter, but 14-0 in the 4th quarter in favor of UMS Wright gives them the win tonight. Actually, that should be UMS Wright winning tonight by a final score of 38-24. The Bulldogs will be taking on Beauregard next week in the 3rd round of the playoffs. Leeds and Bayside tonight. Bayside taking the field, looking to move into the Elite 8 with Coach Phil Lazenby calling the shots, as always, from the sideline. Bayside's Hunter Slater will drop back and look for Trip Puckett, but overthrows, and Dakota Creel picks it off, and watch out, he'll get the pick 6. And the point after attempt is no good, wide left, and it's 6-0 in favor of Leeds, who are the Green Wave. The Admirals defense stiffens, though, and forces Leeds to punt. Jordan Walton beats his man around the edge and got a piece of the football. Bayside looking to capitalize on good field position this time, and Hunter Slater will go deep for Jacob Braddock, but Jacoby Lockhart gets position and the pick. You get the feeling things not going Bayside's way tonight. They come up on the short end of another heartbreaking score, 22-21. Leeds beats Bayside tonight. Bayside's season ends at 7-5. Leeds, ranked number 2 in the state, moves on with an 11-1 record. How about Mobile Christian? Their season alive and well, taking on Oakman tonight. Mobile Christian's Joshua McNichol hits Aaron Thompson for a 28-yard gain. And then McNichol will pitch it to Tyler Rogers, and Rogers had a big night carrying the football for the Leopards. 10-yard touchdown run there, and put 6 on the board in West Mobile for the Mobile Christian Leopards. Then Oakman getting a touchdown here on the short run from Jace Trotter. But Mobile Christian looking good tonight. McNichol hands it off again to Rogers, who spins in for 12 yards. Can't get him down. Finally, he's taken down, and a Rogers touchdown here. 52-yard run. And Rogers with a big night for Mobile Christian to lead the Leopards into round 3 of the playoffs with a 28-19 victory tonight over a team that came in with 10 wins and 1 loss. Mobile Christian will play at Washington County next week. Mobile Christian winning tonight at home, 28-19.
Rush into your Southern Ford dealer for the Great American Tailgate event. Your Southern Ford dealers are proud to recognize this week's Coach of the Week.
And let's stay right out at Mobile Christian as our Coach of the Week this week, Neil Evans, in his 2nd season at the helm of Mobile Christian. And what a season it's been. He's coming off a 5 and 6 year last year. Former assistant took the top job last year. And hey, his team is in quest of a state championship in Class 2A with a big win tonight.
Keith Palmer here from Palmer's Toyota Superstore. You got to see this play.
And check out Cedric Reed for Foley up at Spain Park tonight, taking the kickoff, and he is going to take it to the house. A 90-yard touchdown run for Cedric Reed, but unfortunately Foley losing tonight 39-21. Let's check quickly some other scores. St. Luke's falls tonight to Maplesville, ending their great season, 41-21 your final. T.R. Miller and W.S. Neal both losing tonight on the road. Strawn beat Trinity 21-7. Sweetwater lives on to play another game with a win over Aliceville, and Washington County will be playing Mobile Christian next week after winning 34-7 over Luverne, and McIntosh advances with a win tonight over Notasulga 32-16. The Jaguars playing their final home game of the season tomorrow at Ladd at 2:30 against Middle Tennessee. Have a great weekend, everyone, and get ready now for David Letterman.